Hey guys, welcome back. What are we making today? So in today's video, we're going to be making polymer clay pins. So I'm using very basic supplies today, and this is what you'll need. So obviously you're going to need some clay. I am using Sculpey 3 polymer clay. So this is an oven bake clay. So don't pick something that's air dry. That's not what we're looking for today, and that tends to be a little more flimsy and not as durable anyway. You don't need this many colors. I'm just overboard and tend to buy things in large quantities when I'm interested in something. So you can use as many colors as you like, as few colors. It doesn't really matter. It's entirely up to you. So clay is the number one thing you'll need. And because we're making pins today, you're going to need pin backings. Again, I have a lot of these. I'm not going to be making 100 pins, but again, they were kind of cheap, so I just bought them in a large pack. You can use the same technique to make earrings. You can buy earring backings instead of pin backings. That's entirely up to you. And in terms of tools, I'm going to be using mostly my hands for this project, but I find other basic tools very helpful are toothpicks. Those help with very fine details if you need to. They help if you need to make any dots or anything like that. That's very useful and very super cheap to source. Obviously you'll need an oven. It's not in this video, not this part of the video. For baking the clay, you'll have to follow the instructions on the back of your clay to see how long you'll be baking yours for. I think mine here is 275 degrees. Again, make sure you read the instructions very carefully. You don't want to burn your hard-earned work. So lastly, this is optional, but I do highly recommend because it gives your project durability, and this is a polyutherane finishing, and you can get this at any hardware store. I happen to have two. I have a matte finish, and this one's just a glossy finish. So they are both water-based, I believe. It's not really, for this project, I don't think it matters if it's oil or water-based. It depends on what kind of finishing you want. Depending on what you make, I like both. So if I make multiples of a pin, I try to kind of mix it up just to see how I like the finish. And it does give it a harder coating in case, prevents chipping. So this is basically all that you need. So let's get started. So I have this book. Yes, I'm a bit of a nerd. I'm not really sure what I want to make today, so I'm just going to flip through this book and hopefully come across something. Well, not this. Geranium, sorry, that's how you say it. I think this is super pretty. Let's make this. Whenever I make polymer clay projects, I always end up making at least 3 or 4, just because economies of scale. Like if I'm going to be making one, it's not that much more effort to make more. So I'm going to go for 4 today. Okay, so I did use a new oven for today's project, so it heated up a lot faster than what I'm normally used to, hence the burnt edges, which isn't such a big deal. But there is something that I forgot to mention, and that is because you are adhering a pin backing to your pin, you're going to need to smooth out the back. You can see all the burnt spots here. So what you're going to do is you're going to grab some sandpaper. I'm using 150 grit sandpaper because it's what I have on hand, but I would probably recommend something closer to maybe 100 or 120, which is slightly coarser, to make your job a little bit faster. I have 4 pins, so I'm going to make 2 with the matte finish and 2 with a glossy finish. Stir it up. So this is how the pins look 24 hours after glazing. You can see that these 2 are the matte finishes and these 2 are the glossy finishes. Slight difference, I like them both. Final step is you're going to be adding the pin backings. So I'm using this E6000 glue. It's very strong.